Hey. All right.
So I had to do that, otherwise it doesn't let me see if the applicants are here.
Okay.
And now I see them all pouring in.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm voting.
Yeah, and I also think you have to be careful about what such that when you're eligible, when you technically are eligible to vote, and out of caution, declare yourself ineligible. I think it sensitive words of the president, in my opinion.
I agree.
That,
By the way, this was a complete. My question was actually completely separate, but it obviously it touched on something that was actually relevant here. So thank you for.
well, I feel, yeah, I know I'm not gonna because I have no monetary.
Exactly, thank you.
Yeah,
But I'll
really the
disclose.
critical
I'll disclose.
factor.
I'll disclose.
I think that's.
Yeah, but you know what?
Disclose.
Okay.
If I had no
We
monetary,
would have to disclose it. Well, if he does that.
Well, I feel comfortable.
If I had no monetary in where I used to work, I would recuse myself anyway out of just,
yeah,
even without monetary, I was just curious.
Yes, I recuse myself
Okay.
every time something you having to do with Columbus Avenue bid came up on each other.
That's a little more broad based.
this is your firm as well. This is your firm.
Yeah, it's.
All right.
Yeah, we can, yeah, sorry.
Get started.
All right, so the first application we have today is 150 West 62nd Street. Oh,
If you're here for that application, please raise your hand and we will promote you. I see one.
Okay, we're starting the BCI meeting. So we're starting with the first application, which is 150 West 62nd Street.
I see if we have one person coming up and another one. Mark, promote.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, the
and I
applicant.
can't tell if this third one is too, but I will promote Anthony as well.
Yeah, Mark Valero is the district manager. There he is.
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Um,
Great.
so if you'd like me to begin, I'll begin.
That'd be great. Yeah, if you can give us an overview of the application and the location, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Mastin Sansom. I'm the attorney for the applicant. I'm joined here by the district manager, Mark Valero. And this is an application submitted by Aramark Educational Services. This is at Fordham Law School on the 7th floor. And this is an application for a catering license. So it would not be open to the public as required by catering licenses. And really it's for events associated with the university, as you might imagine. You know, whether it's cocktail parties or, you know, trustee events or, you know, anything really of that type. Which is why, you know, the hours really, there's no set hours or anything like that. But again, it's on the 7th floor. We asked for recorded and DJ live music and dancing because we, you know, the events again will vary and but as I described, you know, these are university related events or law school related events. So I think that's about it, but certainly happy to answer any questions any of the members or public may have.
I didn't catch what address you were talking about.
150 West.
Sorry. Yeah, this is 150 West 62nd Street.
Which is actually Fordham's law school, right?
Yeah, okay.
Seventh floor. Really for just the university use.
Yeah.
All the questions?
Yeah.
Any questions from the committee? No questions? Any questions, comments from the community? All right.
Wait,
Was there one?
Someone has a Q&A, but I don't know.
Max, did anyone raise their hand from the community for this topic?
No, I'm not seeing anyone actually.
On the Q&A, there's a.
Okay,
Yeah, that's someone looking to be promoted for their application.
great. Committee, BCI committee members, those voting yes. 2, 5, 7. Going to 7. I think that's everyone, right? Anyone voting? No, I think that's everyone. Non-committee members, do we have any non-committee members here today?
Oh, maybe we don't know.
Anyone online?
Do you have anyone waived online tonight?
I don't see anyone.
All right. On to the second. 158 West 72nd.
Thank you,
is the
members.
applicant.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, have a nice evening.
Hi,
Hi, everybody. Good evening.
Sorry.
My name's Anthony Carabello. I'm the representative for the second matter. Do you have something to say, Mr. Sansom? Did you finish? I see you. I think you finished. Did you?
I was just gonna say, I believe I'm up on as number 3 on the agenda as well, so I'm just gonna hang on.
I'm certainly you could take him now as a courtesy. That would be
no,
fine to me.
Really, it doesn't matter. I can wait. No worries. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, good
Thanks,
evening,
Bob.
everybody. My name's Anthony Carabello. I'm here to represent Ruay Infinity. This is going to be a full liquor license. I'm joined by Janine Royce. So she should be on the meeting, and if she can be
I can
elevated.
find her right now. Oh, I see her.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Janine, you've been promoted.
Great, thank you. So this is an on-premises liquor license. This was formerly or currently is the Seven Hills Mediterranean Grill. The address is 158 West 72nd Street. This is between Columbus and Amsterdam. Janine already has a license. She has a full liquor license on the Upper East Side, an establishment called Moncole Eatery. The DBA is Chew Roast Thai. That's at 1590 Lexington. She had that restaurant for several years. We got a beer and wine license about 2 or 3 years ago, and we just elevated last year to full liquor. So the hours of operation will be 11 a.m. to midnight from Sunday to Thursday, and then 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. There'll be 23 tables with about 55 seats. There's a small bar with another 8 seats, and we'd be delighted to answer any questions the committee may have.
I have a question.
Please.
Were you able to do the posting that's required in the neighborhood?
Yes, we did. We got the email late last week, and Janine mobilized, and in our packet, well, we submitted photographs of all the postings we did.
Oh, yeah, we see the
Yeah.
postings.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Okay,
everywhere.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so this is at the base of upstairs is the Triad Theater, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, so this is below, exactly.
And the entire lower level, that is the Turkish restaurant now, which will then be yours.
Yes, sir.
Right. Great, thanks. That's all I wanted to know.
And are the hours changing? Saw that the application, I think, closed at midnight.
We're not sure of their hours, but we're closing at midnight, Sunday to Thursday, as I indicated, and just 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, just those 2 days. And Janine is an experienced operator. She has a full liquor license. She's been well received at our other community board, and she's a responsible operator.
Great.
Got it. Any live music or?
Yeah, so the plan is, the plan is to have an acoustic live music, maybe, Janine, 2 to 3 times a month. We discuss nothing significant, just the opportunity to have it, but it certainly won't be a staple of the establishment.
Yeah, just on occasion.
Okay, great, cool. Any other questions, comments from the CBI?
I'm not
Yeah.
seeing any either.
Okay, and nothing from the community.
Nope.
All right, great. Call a question. Committee members voting yes. Okay, great. Makes it easy. Have we had any non-committee members join? All right. On the next.
None with waivers anyway.
Great,
right?
thank you so much. I also have item number 6, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, 200 West 60th. Are the applicants here?
Yes.
Emmy.
eh,
Oh, there you are. Okay, hello again.
I gotta
Mhm.
make the same, well, I won't waste too much time, but yeah, so back again here, again, my name is Mastin Sansom. I'm the attorney for the applicant, ESQ 60th LLC, Emmy Squared Pizza, this application. At first, actually, let me back up. An applicant principal was supposed to appear here with me. However, he had to jump on a plane unexpectedly is currently in the air. And in the time that he had to try and get someone else, he was unable to do that, but did call me and at least let me know. So it's me for this evening. The premises is located at 200 West 60th Street. This is a restaurant application with recorded background music. The applicant has a number of establishments throughout the city that are similar. I don't know if anyone's been to any of those.
Yep.
There are 26 tables, maximum occupancy of 137, 84 seats, about 8 seats at the bar. It's just one bar. Again, just recorded background music. There's no dancing, no security. However, there is the plan for a sidewalk cafe. And let me just go to the hours of the interior in the premises, I should say, which is 11 to 2 a.m. 7 days a week. And I think that's it for now, and open to questions.
When do you anticipate on opening?
Candidly, this premises is currently open. And the reason why is from what I'm told is the application. What happened was they submitted the 30-day notice before the summer break. So
Okay,
it looks like it was submitted 6/3, or no, maybe that's a different
Right.
one.
It's currently
Yeah, you're
operating
right.
though.
Yeah, they
It was a summer break issue, and these things. So
Yeah.
so I guess months had gone by,
Right,
and
makes
they
total
wanted-
sense.
yeah.
All right.
Right.
So it's okay.
That's kind of a fait accompli.
Yes.
It's kind of,
Mhm.
so,
So-
I mean,
You can't vote against it.
You
It
can.
sounds like a good thing.
You
yeah.
can.
All right, I mean, anyone from community, I imagine not, but want to ask.
I want.
Yeah.
Is your kitchen gonna stay open till 1 or 2 a.m.?
Yeah,
Is this 7 days a week?
yes, yep. The kitchen will remain open all hours alcohol is being sold,
Great.
And it's good.
from 11 to 2.
And burgers and yeah.
I see. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions? Anyone from the community? Great.
Not
All the
seeing
vote.
anyone.
Question rather.
If they were upset with them, they'd already be here, so.
Yeah, those voting yes,
Yes.
great. Okay. Next
Yeah, but-
application. Yeah.
Thank you,
Can we just-
members. Everyone have a good night.
December 5th, so even though it's usually consistent, but we should
Yeah.
just let them know that.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that at the beginning of each meeting, just a reminder for everyone, the full board is December 5th. Where we'll be voting as the entire CB7 for each of these, and, you don't need to attend.
But you can, because
we can, if you like.
yeah, you're always welcome.
Always welcome.
Absolutely. And a reminder that we are justified.
Okay, you.
Right. Okay, and also, so 158 West 72nd, again, for the permit to sell alcohol. The retail permit. Are the applicants here?
Yeah, same one.
Yes, still here. Yeah, so we're included in our application as a temporary permit. So that was, it's a transfer application we filed with the State Liquor Authority, and once the temporary permit is approved, the applicant can begin operating.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we can vote on this separately.
We have to.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Okay, those voting yes with me. Okay. Easy, okay, next one, 485. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Good luck. 485 Columbus Avenue on 83rd, from West 83rd to 84th, are the applicants here?
If you're here for that, raise your hand, please.
Got a new.
Yeah, they've been open for.
Should be
about-
a-
they haven't had
unless
liquor
it's a
license.
new-
They've had full liquor license.
unless this is a new owner.
Margaritas, I believe.
Could be a new owner.
Could be a new owner.
Yeah.
Could be that most get their license before they come to the board.
I'm not seeing anyone raise their hand for this, actually.
Okay.
But as far as when I touched base with Jesse, just maybe an hour before the meeting started, they were still on track to show.
What was this matter? I want to make sure is, because I also have 45 Columbus.
That's the one.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
That's the one.
That's
great. So sorry, guys. Yeah, I didn't
That's
hear
all
the
right.
address. So
That's
my
okay.
client should be on this. That was quick. You guys are going fast tonight. Thank you.
What's
So
the client's
Dogan,
name?
Dogan Caracas
Okay,
is
I'll promote
an
it.
applicant. He should be on. And maybe his partner Mustafa Turin. But I think Dogan was certainly going to be on.
Well,
I see one person who's unnamed. It's just naming their phone. I'm going to promote them in case it's that person.
Okay, thank you.
But otherwise, no.
What? Why are they applying for it's a new ownership?
Yeah, so this is a transfer application for this particular premises, which is located at 45 Columbus Avenue. This is an existing license that's there right now. It's actually been there for quite some time. I think the existing premises was there for about 17 years. So the new applicants are taking this over. The existing is called Cilantro West LLC since 2007. So they have a full liquor license. So the applicant's also applying for a full liquor license. The name of their entity is Cilantro NYC LLC. So maybe that's the confusion. It's a very similar name because they're going to keep everything the same, essentially, the same method of operation. The two applicants also very experienced. They both have existing licenses currently with the State Liquor Authority, and they've had prior licenses. The method of operation will remain the same. It's 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., 7 days, 25 tables, 50 seats, one bar with 10 stools. I mean, I could just reference the existing applicants' licenses. Tipsy Dogs Bar is in Brooklyn on Troutman Street. Mr. Caracas also had Dean Cafe that had a liquor license, and his partner had an establishment called Soup and Burger Corp. In Brooklyn, Sheepshead Bay, Emmons Avenue. And he also had another establishment with a full liquor license at 1811 Emmons Avenue. So the two partners have had 4 licenses between them. 2 are active and 2 prior licenses. So they're experienced operators as well. We'd be glad to address any questions the committee might have. Thank you so much.
And there currently is live music and the new owners plan to continue that?
Yeah, so it's mariachi. So it's cultural with the it's a 1 person or 2 tops, and it's also not going to be every day. It's occasional, probably on the weekends. So that's the definition of the live music. It's the cultural mariachi.
I
Got it.
I've never,
Yeah.
I go,
I don't know their.
that's great. It's fine by me. I go there a lot. We love the restaurant. I've never seen it.
True.
That's nice.
Any questions?
Brunch,
Comments
they
from
had the
committee?
mariachi
Oh,
and the
man,
brunch, yeah.
So call the question.
Any questions?
I am here. I cannot see. No one see me. I don't know. I'm not supposed to say something.
You're good. We see the letter D, which stands
Oh.
for dynamic, I guess.
Okay. I don't know. You guys see me?
We cannot.
No.
We promoted you so you could be seen. You'd have to turn your camera
Oh,
on.
okay. I'm sorry. The camera is on. I don't know how we. Oh my God. I'm so nervous.
Well,
It's
no
okay. You're
problem.
good. We're
Okay.
almost done.
Okay.
We're actually
I think he
close
just
to
muted
voting.
himself.
So nothing
We're gonna
nothing
vote.
to be we have to also see if anyone from the community.
I'm not seeing anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess he'll still have camera, but we'll vote. So committee members, shall we call to question those voting yes?
Your timing was great.
Great. All right. Next is 2014 Broadway.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night.
I keep saying, but we said it like 3 times. Him said it.
Thank you. Good to
Thank
see
you
you
again. Good to see you again.
See you in 3 minutes.
Exactly.
I see I see them. I'm promoting them now. Terry and Alan.
Great. 2014 Broadway. The applicants are here. Would love to hear, give us an overview of the application if you could.
Sure. My name is Terrence Flynn. I'm the attorney for the applicant West Side 2014 LLC, which is located at 2014 Broadway between 68th and 69th Street. It'll be DBA'd as Sapphire Cuisine of India. The premise is the basement and the first floor with an maximum occupancy of 72. There will be 23 tables with 46 seats, one bar with 16 stools. There will be background music. The hours of operation will be Sunday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. and on Thursday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. There will be no live music, no use of promoters, no dancing, no security. Your applicant is licensed by the State Liquor Authority and has no adverse licensing history. We will be happy to answer any other questions that you may have.
Does the applicant have a prior experience? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Yeah, any prior experience operating establishments such as this one?
Yeah, he has. Go ahead.
I can go ahead. We opened Kanto West Village on 117 Perry Street in late 2021, actually. I think my partner, Jamal Armari, should be on this call as well, but he's the GM or director of operations. I mean, he's held that role on the west side of Manhattan for well over a decade across, I'd say, at least a dozen establishments. But I do the more mundane aspects of the business, like the financing, the accounting, the paperwork. But we work as a team too. Yeah, I get all the fun stuff, and he gets he gets to run the restaurant and meet and greet all the folks. I believe Jamel met Matt Beck of the Copley Condo Board last week, and he's just a lovely guy, and he's had a wealth of experience managing spaces. Mostly in New York, I'd say over the last decade, and then prior to that in Europe and Asia. He's actually a classically trained French chef, but he does more managing than cooking these days.
Thank you for bringing some downtown uptown.
So what was, I'm just, my hand.
First.
Go ahead.
Or was it
First,
first?
go
I think
ahead.
Barbara, yeah, whatever. Who wants to go first?
Me. What was there before? What was the
Sapphire, it was a Indian
Sapphire
buffet that I used to eat at. That was like, it's been closed for like 5 years.
So this is, I guess I misunderstood. I thought you said this is called Sapphire. Is this called Sapphire?
No, it's I think Terry misspoke there. The trade name that we're filing for is Kanto UWS for obviously Upper West Side. So it's going to mirror, largely mirror the menu and the offering we have in the West Village. Obviously with some modifications for the neighborhood. I think it's important to, cater some of the menu and our offering to the neighborhood. We're really looking forward to having some more space in the Upper West Side, and also, for lack of a better term, slightly more mature crowd. I think if you go to our West Village location, we get a variety of customers all the way from tourists to lifelong residents of the West Village. So it's quite a good mix, but it tends to skew younger these days, and it's not always all it's cracked up to be. And prefer a little bit more quiet, if you will.
Okay.
Wow, well, welcome to the neighborhood.
Doug.
Yeah, no, everything sounds great, especially about the level of experience that you're the partner. Did I understand correctly? This will be also Indian cuisine? It makes no
Italian.
difference.
Sorry, Italian cuisine. It's
okay. So it wasn't an Indian restaurant. It was Sapphire.
Right. Yeah, I think Jamel is on this call. If anyone wants to promote him, it should be under Jamel Omari.
Yeah, it was Italian. Sapphire. Okay.
I've tried to promote him several times. He keeps declining it, actually.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it sounds really great.
Any comments, questions from the community? Okay, great. Question. You said no, right, Max? Okay.
Correct. Not online.
Okay. All right.
Good luck.
Good luck.
When do you think you're gonna be open? Just out of curiosity.
We're aiming for April 1st. Obviously, there's a bit of work to do in that space, as it is it's a bit run down, I have to say, but the space itself is quite grand. So we're really looking forward to building a nice restaurant there.
Yeah, I walked by there. Yeah, I saw you guys are starting a renovation.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
And they have the wine bar.
Great.
That's the new one.
This is getting better and better.
It's a wrap.
Okay,
Right.
so we've got an alteration application for 2175 Broadway next. Are the applicants here?
Thank you.
I see
Thank
one
you.
of them. I will promote.
It's a wrap.
Great.
It's a wrap. It was with.
So,
Oh, hello, welcome.
hi,
Hello.
Welcome.
can everyone hear me and see me okay?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it's just me tonight. I am Zara Lucas. I am from Elke Hoffman Law. We're the firm that represents the hotel, Belleclaire Hotel, which everyone I'm sure is pretty familiar with. They are a longtime operator in the community. They received their license, was it last year? And they've been working to expand their food and beverage offerings. And what we have before you is an application for an alteration to, they did some renovations to accommodate the new food and beverage management company that they hired to run the operations on the ground floor. And also they are expanding the operations into well, not necessarily expanding because the 10th floor was already included on the previous application, but extending their public offerings. So they previously had a private dining on the elevator 10th floor, actual 11th floor, that they're now seeking to renovate and open to the public 2 to 3 nights a week for more of an upscale lounge experience. That most of the renovations that are before you tonight will occur on that 11th floor, roof floor level. It's all internal. There's no outdoor space. The rooms up there are pretty small. They accommodate about 34 in one side of the of that upper room and 15 in the other. And the lower level renovations that they've done to expand the restaurant on the ground floor. They've moved the lobby area a little bit over to, I guess, closer to the front part of the hotel. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Belleclaire Hotel's layout. I did submit diagrams with the original notification, but they're just shifting the lobby forward a little bit to expand the food and beverage so they can accommodate more residents in the area and along with the hotel guests instead of what they were doing before, which is, primarily catering to the guests. The other application that's before you is for the method of operation. So currently they were approved for, they're approved for recorded music and live music occasionally. The new food and beverage operator would like to have some nights and for private events that they may have to add DJ music to the operations. The new food and beverage operators are longstanding managers in the industry in New York City. They currently operate the Ascent Lounge in Columbus Circle. And they have been for a couple of years, but they have 15 years of experience in running operations, food and beverage operations. It's very similar to what the concept that they're bringing to the Belleclaire.
Any questions from the committee?
I looked at the layouts, but this is kind of more of a private club or it's open to the public?
Which floor are you? Everything's open to the public. So the ground floor is full service restaurant with an adjacent. It will be called Allure Restaurant and Cocktail Bar and Lounge. So the area that was the lobby they've shifted the lobby forward, like I mentioned before. That will be a smaller like cocktail area. And they do have the full restaurant that's built out that will be open to the public, you know, every day. You know, if they have an event, you know, maybe perhaps they will close for that, but you know, that the lower level is open to the public. The upper level room 1210, which will be the lounge, it will be open to the public. It will maintain the private dining aspect. And so they're hoping to, you know, be open to the public Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 to 3 days, depending on how the events go. But up there we'll service, you know, mostly like birthday parties or the events that the hotel can, you know, that the new team can work to bring on.
Just out of curiosity, you may not know, is this primarily used by guests of the hotel, or do many people from the public come there?
Which are you referring to?
Ground floor.
Right now, right now they're finishing up they did some renovations, some additional renovations, and they're waiting for their gas. But the intention is to be open fully to the public and to really, like, you know, be a fixture in the community, in the neighborhood, and cater to the guests, but also to cater to the public as well.
That's how they presented it.
I remember, yeah. There's a hotel bar.
It's like an accessory, but also open to the public.
Right, like.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, it's definitely open to the public.
Barbara?
Will the DJ be both on in the main restaurant and upstairs on the 11th floor?
Yes. So what they've explained to me is that the DJ will be primarily for let me grab my notes. You know, they anticipate that they'll have a DJ a couple nights a week. It will be background conversational. You know, obviously the guests of the hotel take priority. And what they note is that they've noticed, you know, because the hotel, you know, it's relatively old, the structure of it doesn't allow sound doesn't travel very far and outside of the bounds of the rooms and what's not. And so they do have the guests a priority when it comes to managing the sound for the DJ. And so everything will be kept background conversational for private events, and, you know, just to add to the ambiance of the meal or whatever cocktail hour they might be having in the cocktail lounge area.
If somebody rents the 11th floor, let's say for a kids party or a, you know, bar mitzvah or something like that, is it going to be a DJ blasting music at that point? Because I don't think they're going to be background music.
They do not anticipate to have an entertainment level sound, but they will be adding, because the hotel obviously is concerned about it's the 10th floor, so there are rooms right below that upper floor, and so they'll be adding some additional sound, but sound doesn't travel outside. If there's any concern, sound is not traveling outside of that room, and they haven't finished the renovations on that floor. They still have a little ways to go up there, but they do plan to add some additional sound abatement in that area. But they don't plan to have, like, the operations that they'll have up there will not be blasting, you know, party dance events up there.
Thank you.
And the room itself is pretty small. There are 2 rooms that are connected by a small hallway, and the rooms are pretty small. One room can accommodate 40 people standing, if that, and seating about 30 to 34. And the other room is really like a super slender room that can accommodate about 15 people.
Great, cool. Any comments, questions from the community?
Not
All
seeing
right.
any.
Okay, great. Thanks, Max. Call to question.
I'm sorry, are we bundling? These are 2, right? We have an alteration, but we're bundling as one.
I think we bundle as one.
Yeah.
Fine with me. Yeah.
Great. Those voting yes. Right. And Max, I'm assuming there's no non-committee members who have joined, right? Still discuss. Okay. Wait, okay, now we are on to, oh, thanks and good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 768 Amsterdam Avenue, are the applicants here?
If you're here, just raise your hand for it.
Hi, Aurelia Tavares, the representative for the applicant. Mr. Omar should be getting on the call shortly, but this is a 768 Amsterdam Avenue, a Mexican restaurant in Manhattan. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my questionnaire here. It is the owner is Omar Tejada. It's been operating from 12 p.m. until 2 a.m. daily. Presently, we have background music, and we're asking to add karaoke all days of the week. Maybe we will not have it all days of the week, but she wanted to add it to the happy hour. We have karaoke, background music. We're requesting karaoke in addition to background music and live music. The method of operation is not changing, the menu is not changing, and neither is ownership.
So you're saying that the karaoke would only be happy hour between what, 5 and 7, but not all night, right?
5 and 8, between 5 and 8, and brunch on the weekends. So.
And on the weekends, how long?
During brunch, like it's because clients people are asking for it. But I don't know if you've typically been to the location. It doesn't make noise. It's not interrupting the quality of life issues of the neighbor. Mr. Tejada is very conscientious. We haven't had any noise complaints or disciplinaries with this location.
Yeah, no, karaoke has been controversial at different times. So, but you're just saying 5 to 8 during the week, not all night, and you're also saying at brunch on the weekends. Is that correct?
Yes, we're going, we'd want it during, we're not open that many hours. We're open from 12 till 2 a.m. and most of the time they're closed at midnight. So we're asking karaoke to be added to the general method of operation. If it's been problematic at the location, we're asking, if you're saying that happened in the past, this is not the same ownership, but we would do Thursday through Sunday.
And what I'm saying is it's been in this community, karaoke has been controversial at different locations, not necessarily. So what I'm trying to confirm is that it's only between 5 and 8 during the week, and on the weekends during brunch, because that's what you just said.
No.
That's what they asked during happy hour, but I don't like to limit the time. If we're gonna limit the days, I'd rather just have it, give me the days that work for this community. If it's, and that's how I would like to do it. But she asked for happy hours and when she had special events or whatever. But I just like to add it to the method of operation, to be honest.
Yeah.
In
Would it
general.
be in the main? Would it be in the main room? And I guess really the question is whether there's something that would create noise outside the establishment.
No, it would be in the main room.
Yeah, of course.
And the location
You have
is
a question from the community.
Is it the question from the committee, you said, Max?
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Hi, Adelia. Peter Arnson. I have met you before. So you've got a really lovely courtyard there. That's not where the there you're surrounded by residential windows, so it wouldn't be outside, and those access to that area would be closed off for the karaoke. Is that correct?
They were working on creating a structure to stop the sound from emitting from the rear. What I would ask for is that maybe if they take it outside, the karaoke stop at 9 p.m. or at 10 p.m. like music is supposed to stop when it's in outdoor, in the back, in those types of establishments.
Do they have music outside currently? That doesn't even make.
No, it's very low. They don't have speakers outside.
I don't think that it's reasonable to think that the karaoke is going to be outside either. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just keep it inside.
I mean, yeah, I can't imagine there's gonna be karaoke on the.
Yeah, I think that would probably, that would
No,
be, that would
it
be.
doesn't sound like, it doesn't even make sense either, so.
I agree.
Doug? I just know, so, right, I think it was already been specified. I don't think outdoor karaoke is appropriate, and I don't think it's even legal. Indoor, I have no problem with personally. On your method of operation, I assume you are allowed to serve alcohol in the courtyard? Because I will say the previous occupant had major problems in the neighborhood. Don't want to espouse any negative associations or assumptions on you because you're a new applicant, but this particular location was problematic a number of years ago. But
Just so you know, we also have live music now. We would follow the same decorum of the live music. It's not outside. It's been ambient in general, and we haven't disturbed the neighbors because most of the stuff, mariachi has all been inside.
Great.
Any more questions from the community board?
No, can you confirm that there won't be karaoke outside, because.
Yeah, we can confirm that. I can confirm that.
Perfect.
Any other questions, comments from the community?
I would just like to go on record that I personally will not hold the previous owner's reputation or behavior with you because I don't feel that's appropriate.
Agreed.
Yeah. Thank you, because they've been really good neighbors.
One thing has nothing to do with.
Right.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Call the question. Those, okay. That's good. Okay, so we move on to our.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you
So much. Good luck.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you all.
Good luck.
Thanks,
I'll do
Peter.
karaoke. I like karaoke. Okay, so we move on to our cannabis, section 20. We have one applicant, 2465 Broadway. Is the applicant here to present the application?
Sorry, I was muted. I promoted Ben and now I'm looking at Jason too.
Great. Hello, Ben, Jason.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for having us.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. So actually, I think if you could start by providing your names.
Sure. I'm Jason Websey. I'm the CEO of Sweetspot.
And I am Ben Herbst, the Chief Business Development Officer of Sweetspot.
I think we may be the only group that doesn't have legal representation speaking on our behalf tonight, but we recognize that this industry is new and nuanced, and you may have a lot of questions. So we just wanted to make sure the council was comfortable with the use and our operations, and we prepared a little presentation for you to walk you through just high level on our business. But this can be a totally open conversation. You can hit us with any questions you have along the way.
Great.
I think if no one has objections, we'll hear the presentation first.
Yes.
Yeah, we'd love to hear the presentation first.
Sure.
You have ability to share screen if you need.
Okay. Where is that? Because I don't see it here, unfortunately. Share screen.
Look towards the bottom of your screen. There should be like a little green button that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, guys.
You mean to pull it up, Benja?
I got it here. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not coming up as one of the things for me, Jay. Can you do that?
I got it, Ben. Is this
we
working?
can see it now.
Okay, great. If I put this in full screen mode, let's see if that makes it better for you. Does that make it bigger for you? I don't know.
Big and it's clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have your full, the PDF, your PDF software.
Just close your other windows just in case.
It's your PDF software.
Are you seeing my other windows?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I cleared my search history before this.
I think
that looks good.
So Ben, how do you want to kick into it? Do you want to go slide by slide, or do you want to
Yeah, I
focus on
think
the?
that's probably the best way to do it.
Okay.
I think probably just the second slide to start off. The first one is the table of contents.
Okay, so yeah, just high level. So Ben and I, we started this company about 6 years ago. When I got into it, my interest was always sparked in the holistic medicine world, but I lost my father to an opioid addiction when I was younger. As you get into the industry, and we'll talk a little bit about our operations today. We operate medical dispensaries in 4 states currently. You find that the product in particular has a lot of symptom relief and helps people get off of their addiction from opioids. That's one of our key customer bases. And I learned that as we were researching the space. So that's just a little, I'm not used to presenting the background on myself on this slide. Normally we send it out. But that's high level kind of how we got into the space. And I think that flows well into who the consumer is. So our brand, Sweetspot, the pictures you're seeing are of our operational stores. We have a very different customer base than some of the dispensaries you maybe have seen photos of on the West Coast, or even some of the illegal operators around New York City right now. We focus on milder products, and we focus on a more mature demographic. In particular, there's about 10% of the population currently consumes cannabis. We're focusing on that other 90%. And we're trying to give them a sense of control over their experience. So we have a key focus on, instead of creating an inventory of the most powerful or strongest products, you're going to find much more mild selection at a Sweetspot facility. And this, is just general statistics on the industry about who the cannabis consumer is. In our world, the cannabis consumer doesn't want to get high. The cannabis consumer wants to get well.
They're not changing on the screen.
They're not changing?
No.
No, we've only.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
Just to kind of reiterate what Jason's saying here, we have these questionnaires after people, have a transaction, and this is why people are saying they're consuming. They're not doing it to get high or to get messed up. They want to relax, they want pain relief, they want help with sleep, and they want help with anxiety. And I think that's really important to understand, that there's a lot of different types of demographics that consume. And we are really targeting one in particular that is looking at for a medicinal side of things.
So to date, we have operational cannabis facilities in Rhode Island, in Exeter, Rhode Island, in Olney, Maryland, in Voorhees, New Jersey, and Portland, Maine.
I'm looking at your Voorhees location, and it's very well designed. So whoever did your retail design is.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're really focused on trying to have a comfortable and our aesthetic. We target being approachable. So like the design folks that are involved are always trying to use softer color palettes, and it's very education focused. These other states that we operate in, I just want to bring this up on the front end. New York is a very unique state in the sense that they're not really limiting state licensure. Obviously, there was a card round of licenses. You may have met some of the winners of those. We won 2, but because of litigation, those are not, those licenses are not going to activate right now. And I think because the state's getting hit with litigation so hard, they're essentially just applying for a state license administrative. It's very easy. So most states getting the state license is very difficult. So in our last competitive win in New Jersey, there were 250 applications. The state took 2 years to review all the applicants, and we scored 3rd place. So we just want to bring that up so we're a group who understands like security and worker safety and odor mitigation and all the key functions that a cannabis operator needs to be aware of. Average checkout time of less than 4 minutes. You're not going to have lines out the door at our facilities. We're very efficient and we move people in quickly. And we have a really well thought through pre-order system. And you find a higher, you know, in the beginning, people like to come in the store, but a higher percentage move into pre-orders over time.
And we also have discounts that kind of focus on that to expedite our transactions. So that average of 4 minutes is for a normal transaction. With pre-orders, it's 2 minutes. And that's really important. You know, as Jason said, we're really conscious of education and kind of having our customers understand the types of products they want. We track that and understand what they look for. So when they check in, we have an understanding already of what they've bought in the past and how we can help them move forward in the future.
So
go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Benjamin. No, please.
I was going to say, you know, you mentioned our design. You can see it here a little bit more clearly. Everything that you see in the arches or throughout the store are all dummy packaging. There's no cannabis on the floor of our dispensary, or if there is any in that top right corner, you could see it's behind a lock and key. Nobody can access it. And in addition to that, you know, it's a very professional design. It's not trying to gear towards younger people with, you know, different kind of cartoons or characteristics that might lean towards younger people. It's a very adult and professional look design, and we have a very open and be able to.
What's that?
I like a cat.
So,
All right, let's continue, I guess.
You got swag.
Okay, I don't know what that was, but all right. But yeah, so you see the design, it's very professional, not geared towards younger people, and that's, you know, key for us and the kind of business that we run.
And I just want to add on terms of the design, just you know, our COO is military veteran, served 15 years securing embassies over in Pakistan and Afghanistan, and you know, everything we do is to mitigate the risk of diversion, right? We don't want to be a target for folks. So you'll notice in this picture of the facility, there's those 4 little boxes on the white wall in the back. You're not going to find any product on the sales floor. Folks are going to come in, and when they submit their order, it gets prepped in the back of the house, and it's passed through the secure proprietary system where you're basically only having one order at a time on the floor. So it's just another level of it's a proprietary system we built out that I think adds security for the neighborhood. Other little tidbits on the security side, and we'll move quick because I know we're short on time, but 24-hour video surveillance, third-party monitoring, dual independent alarm systems. We have a DEA approved vault we use in our facilities. We work with local law enforcement and local fire marshals very closely. We reach out to them after state approval, and we notify them of the use and give them a tour and just get them comfortable with what's going on in the facility. So we usually foster that relationship before opening. You know, all product is tracked from seed to sale. So there's an inventory tracking system. Anytime there's sensitive product on the property, it's logged. Anytime it changes a room, it's logged. When it's eventually distributed to the end consumer, it's logged. We use cashless ATM systems. So this is not a purely cash business anymore. The industry's evolved a lot. We just want you to be aware there's not going to be, you know, reels of cash on site. Most of it's
and
digital.
also just to show, there's a picture example of the type of vault that we use, which we have all of our product and cash that's not been picked up by Armor Card Service there.
That's great.
You know, as we talked about before, no cannabis on the public floor. We have ID scanners for people when they come in to ensure that they're over 21 years old. It's obviously a drug and alcohol work-free environment, and all of our packaging is child-proof, you know, and opaque, so that there's no images or logos that attract children. And also you'll kind of notice this like front entrance area, though it looks like a typical entrance when you go into a retail store, it's also a secure man trap. So even though you don't feel like you are in one, it is very similar to what happens in a bank when you come in. So if there is any issues, the retail floor is completely separate from the main entrance area. And it's a way just to kind of separate things and deal with each people individually to ensure that we have an expedited and safe procedures for people coming into shop. Last thing, and something that is important to me, and something that I might be reaching out to the community board as we get through our approval process, is our community outreach. We've done many different types of community outreach events. You can see in the bottom picture right there, we built a greenhouse for the Black Church Food Security Network, which is a group that is based out of a Baptist church, Pleasant Hope Baptist Church in Baltimore. We partner with them. They have a whole program where they are growing fruits and vegetables on church grounds. We built them like a 600 square foot greenhouse so that they can grow fruits and vegetables year round. This was a huge process that we did in multiple locations to build this structure, but it was a really great event. We've also done events at victim of violence homes where we helped create a tranquility garden and completely redid their backyard to allow people that have dealt with pretty terrible circumstances a place to relax, commune together, and host education events there. So we really like to do community events. We have our employees get additional paid time off if they are doing a volunteer event, and we also do quarterly events as a company. And the reason why I bring this up, it's something that I would like to, reach out to the individual board members after we go through our process, if we are approved, to get a better understanding of things that we could do in the community of the Upper West Side to help support, whether it's a community park cleanup, an education event, different things that I'd love to kind of get the feedback from you guys to understand where you think we could be of help, and we would like to volunteer not only our time, but money and expertise.
So that's there's a lot of content there. We just wanted a quick something to show you that we were real operators, but if you have questions about anything, feel free to hit us with any thoughts you have.
Linda?
I have a few questions. First of all, it's a very compelling story. I want to, you're not applying for a card. And I love the fact that you're experienced operators in different states. You are aware that you're going to have to purchase exclusively in New York State. Are you aware that you have to?
Yeah, that's how the cannabis sector works state by state. So you're not allowed to have interstate commerce. So, we are, we're going to work with licensed, cultivators in the state to acquire product, of course.
So it's state by state. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's how every state works. Actually, there's certain states lobbying to go intrastate because they're overproducing, but that's not allowed in New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions?
Thanks.
Yeah.
So the renderings are very attractive. So congratulations with that.
Some of those are their actual locations. Yeah, I just looking at
I know. I do understand. I have a question. Based on what you told us, if I were to come into your shop and say, I've never experienced cannabis, which is not exactly the truth. I need some help because I have XYZ problem. And I don't want to be rushed out of there. Will I be, or will there be somebody who can explain to me what, based on what you said, your educational approach, will somebody be available to help people who have questions like?
Yeah, of course. So for us, the education starts before you get in. So if you go to our website, sweetspotfarms.com, you'll find an intro quiz. And we like to learn a little bit more about your lifestyle and your needs and your experience levels. And then we're going to send you back a customized list of suggestions that we think would work for you. It's a combination of what's in inventory and variations in like terpene efficacies, which you'll find as the industry it becomes legalized in New York, Folks don't really shop just based on THC and CBD percentages. There's chemical constituents in the plant that give you therapeutic benefits. That's why chamomile might be relaxing for most people because of its terpene profile. So you'll get a customized list of suggestions, and then you'll come to the store, you'll meet with an educator, and you'll be able to get a starter kit, which will have 5 very small options of a variety of strains that we think fits your needs based on your responses to the intro quiz. You'll track how each of those affect you, what works for you and what doesn't. And then by the second time you come back to the store, you have a pretty good idea of what you want. And the educators can kind of help you hone in on what we have in inventory that makes sense for you.
And
That sounds
in
super-
addition, oh, sorry.
Very good. I'm coming.
We'll go together.
Any more questions from the community? Board? Committee?
So I just want to disclose something that I don't even think it's necessary. This isn't, I'm being overly abundant and overly cautious, but I happen to work for the company that, a real estate company that is representing this applicant. I have no monetary interest or gain. I've never met these individuals, but, and so I'm not going to be voting, even though I think I could realistically. I'm being overly cautious, but I do want to just say that I personally feel that your presentation was terrific. I am reassured even more than, and no disrespect to any of the other applicants that came before us, because some of them were terrific. But the fact that you have experience in the medical world, medical cannabis, just gives me an extra added layer of confidence, just the way you're speaking here today and intelligently answering these questions, and the design and the security and everything you've said. So I think you guys are great. The only question I have is, what are your hours of operation?
I think what we posted, we put is 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. currently.
Pretty modest.
But they can only do, what is it, 80 hours?
No,
We can't restrict them more, less than 70 hours.
And what's the status of the lease?
We are have finally agreed to terms. LOIs have been agreed upon, and we should be having leases drawn up before the next community meeting.
Wow.
Contingent on your awarded
Of
license,
course,
correct?
everything is obviously contingent upon our approvals from both you guys and the state. We wouldn't want to be in a transaction that wouldn't allow us to back out if we didn't have those approvals, but as long as everything moves as we expect it to, you know, we are in first position on that property and ready to move forward.
I guess I was just asking more, not from your side, but from the landlord's side.
Meaning, like, is the landlord aware that we're?
No, they're aware. I mean, that they're offering you a lease contingent on the fact that you get the license.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, there's an out. Yeah, we have to pay him while we wait, but there's an out.
Great. Yep. Just want to double check.
And this is next to, above, below, and the ground floor of the Equinox.
Yes.
This is next to the Equinox, the former Soul Cycle space.
Which is that's our ideal demographic. It's a great location for a sweet spot.
Yep, great. Any questions, comments from the community?
Actually, yes, one from Peter, but quickly, I'm going to interject first for a second, then we'll go right to you, Peter. I actually just took the quiz that you guys were just telling Barbara about. It's not like one of those phony, fake, cheap quizzes. It's actually yielded very interesting and thorough results. So others might want to give that a try. Just noting that, now we'll go to Peter.
I was very impressed with your, can you hear me? You must be able to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was very impressed with your presentation. I'm not a member of the community board. I work with a bid north of 96th Street. It's an area that has had a fair amount of drug activity and impact. But we also have a high number of elderly people up here and a number of community organizations that could welcome or the idea of greenhouses. There's senior citizen centers. There's also community organizations that work with people that have had problems on a number of different fronts. So just to be aware that we are north of 96th Street, and please don't forget us. Because you've got a really good operation.
Yeah,
think
we
Peter and-
appreciate that. You know, our average customer age is 52 years old. So we do a lot of outreach to nursing homes and you know, communities that we think we can serve. So we'll be sure to reach out to your constituents for sure.
This
Great.
is such a wonderful solution.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great,
thank you so much. I will, call the question.
Oh, yeah.
Those saying yes, 6. Any nays, abstains, one uneligible?
Yeah.
And then assume no non-committee members have joined.
Nope.
Great. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, everyone.
Really
We'll see you at
appreciate
Sweet
it.
Spot soon.
Thank you. Good luck. That's the agenda.
Where did you find that questionnaire?
On their website.
They just said it was like I'll send it to you because I still have it up. I just have it with my results, so I won't send you that. But
Sandman. Any new business, anybody? I don't know, do we have any?
All right. Motion to adjourn.
I'll quickly say that we have one more. Actually, can I interject for a second that we have one more open street this weekend, and our new executive director, Danny Bernstein, will be doing a meet and greet on Sunday, and any of you coming up would be very welcome.
Excellent.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. They do have a veteran.
Nice.
Night.
Veteran.